Today I'm going to apply a hand splint, which is suitable for neurological, trauma and orthopaedic conditions. The materials required are 2 rolls of Benecast Flex 7.5 cm, 1 roll Benecast Fiberglass 7.5 cm, 3 pieces of Benecast Stockinette 5 cm, 2 pieces of Benecast Stockinette 2.5 cm, adhesive fleecy web, adhesive hook, and non-adhesive loop, and a small piece of cardboard. Using the cardboard, start by making a template of the fingers extending from the distal palmar crease to approximately 1 cm past the fingertips. Cut the template out, rounding all the corners. Now measure the stockinette and put a small cut in line with the base of the thumb. Apply 1 layer of 5 cm stockinette to the arm extending from the elbow to just past the fingertips, and 1 layer of the 2.5 cm stockinette to the thumb. Position a third piece of 5 cm stockinette along the dorsum of the arm. This is for protection of the limb during removal of the cast. Continue by applying the 4th and 5th pieces of stockinette, as you did the 1st and 2nd. Ensure it is smooth and wrinkle-free. Now apply adhesive felt to all bony prominences, paying particular attention to the ulnar styloid and the web space. The felt will need to be shaped appropriate to the anatomy, tapering narrower to fit in the web space. Position the cardboard on the palmar aspect of the hand to fit along the distal palmar crease of the hand, between the 2 layers of the 5 cm stockinette. Ensure the limb is in the correct position. I am now ready to start the cast. Using the Benecast Flex, which is a semi-rigid casting material, I will use it dry as it laminates to the stockinette better and will allow more working time for the clinician with less experience or the difficult patient. I will apply examination gloves, as it is important when using a synthetic casting material to prevent the resin from sticking to your hands. Start to bandage at the elbow, bandaging from medial to lateral and covering 50% of the previous turn. Continue along the arm until you reach the base of the thumb. As the roll comes around the posterior aspect of the thumb, cut it to fit snug in the web space. Continue around the thumb and across the dorsum of the hand, and then across the palmar aspect of the hand. Cut again to fit into the web space. Continue around the hand and the thumb one more time, cutting the casting material to fit into the web space. Then continue up the hand to encompass the tips of the fingers. Cut the bandage off and place back in the pouch. Now using the Benecast Fiberglass 7.5 cm, measure to make a slab. This should fit along the anterior aspect of the hand to a minimum of 1 cm from the extremity of the cast. The slab should be a minimum of 4 layers depending on the size and function of the patient. Cut off the slab and round the edges of the slab to prevent any pressure areas developing. Now make a small slab approximately 2 cm in width and 4 layers thick to immobilise the thumb. Ensure each edge of the slab is cut to prevent ridging. Position the large slab on the anterior aspect of the hand, followed by the smaller slab on the medial aspect of the thumb. Now mould to the contours of the limb. The slabs may be applied wet or dry, depending on the situation and level of skill. I am now using the remainder of the Benecast Flex. However, if the patient you are treating has a larger arm, you will need to use 2 rolls. Start to bandage at the proximal aspect, following the process as with the first roll. Covering 50% of the previous turn, continue along the arm until you reach the base of the thumb. As the roll comes around the posterior aspect of the thumb, cut it to fit snug in the web space, and continue around the thumb and across the dorsum of the hand. Continue across the palmar aspect of the hand and through the web space. No need to cut at this stage, and then continue up the hand to encompass the tips of the fingers. Cut the bandage off. Dip hands into bucket. Now mould the cast well, paying particular attention to the hand and the thumb. The setting times for this particular product are between 4 and 7 minutes, depending on the dip technique, and the amount of water added to the bandage. Apply 3 pieces of adhesive loop evenly throughout the cast on the same side as the rigid splint. Then secure using a wet Benecare cotton crepe bandage. This should be applied with moderate tension. It will ensure the adhesive on the hook will laminate securely to the resin of the casting material. Again, mould the cast and allow adequate time to set. This will be approximately 5 minutes. Now remove the bandage. Using a pencil, mark the cast along the dorsum of the arm. And along the metacarpal neck. Then along the medial side of the fingers. Now using surgical wire cutters, start to remove the cast by cutting only the cast and the last layer of stockinette, ensuring the blade of the scissors are parallel to the limb and running along the protective layer of stockinette. Steady small snips will ensure no issues arise. Then, using the larger bandage scissors, cut along the dorsum of the hand, again ensuring the scissors are parallel to the patient's limb and are running along the protective layer of stockinette. If this becomes difficult, revert back to the surgical wire cutters. Remove the cast from the patient's limb and discard the protective layer of stockinette. The cast now needs to be trimmed at each extremity. And to aid with the reapplication of the splint, a large opening is required on the posterior aspect of the thumb. To complete the cast edge with either fleecy edging tape or elasticated strapping, again ensure this is smooth and wrinkle-free throughout. Reapply the cast to the limb, securing with the non-adhesive loop. An extra piece of hook and loop can be applied to secure the thumb if required. The cast would be positioned appropriate to the particular indication. The distal flap can be used to mobilise the fingers without the need to remove the cast. This cast can be made as a non-removable cast initially, and then converted into a removable cast at any stage of the treatment plan, depending on the indication and the patient's well-being.
Sign up to the Benacare Academy to download a PDF step-by-step application guideline of this tutorial and be the first to watch when we launch new videos. benacaremedical.com/academy. Connect with us on Facebook, Twitter and YouTube to see all our latest products, videos and competitions. If you require more information on our products and training, please visit our website benacaremedical.com.